Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. Today I'm doing this video specifically for the viewers, fans, subscribers, and anyone supporting the channel over the last few years. I want to say thank you. I don't know if you call it a year in review, or maybe I've just been reflecting on a lot of the support that we've had recently, and so I'm just doing a shout out. I want to feature some projects of some of our viewers who have emailed us and direct messaged me on their own specific projects and projects that they've had help with because of the videos that are on the channel. So this is a video for you guys. I want to keep it fun today. We have some interviews with some special guests. We have bloopers, some old footage going on. We'll just throw that throughout the video, but we also have this weird theme where some people say that I'm El Chapo, and I don't know, I maybe resemble him, I'm not sure, but the most funny compliment, or I guess comment on the YouTube channel lately was someone said, it looks like El Chapo broke into this poor lady's house because there's a clip of a lady sitting on her couch and we forgot to clip it out. So he's like, somehow El Chapo broke in, this lady's scared in the corner on the couch, and he just starts blurting off about IKEA kitchens. So that part, that was the funniest comment I've seen, and it just came the other day. That one was cracking me up. I haven't shared a lot of the history or background of how I started the channel, or why, or what I do specifically on my day-to-day. When I shoot the videos, I want to get you guys the best information as quickly as possible, because I know nobody wants to hear my life story on every single video. But I just want to take 30 seconds and just say that I originally had a plan back in like 2010. I started shooting videos. I had the idea I was going to start my own website. I was going to do all this cool stuff. I started, I guess in the meantime, I talked to a local guy in Mars City of Red Deer, and his name is Mike with Reaction Marketing. And Mike just told me, he's like, you know, man, honestly, what you want to do and achieve through your website is going to be very intense. It's going to take a lot of maintenance. Just throw your videos on YouTube and just see where that goes. And I took his advice, and at first it was just, yeah, I'll just start putting the videos out there. It was 2012 when I first started putting the videos out. But now looking back, that's been a huge factor for this channel. So I just want to give a shout out to Mike from Reaction. Thanks for the advice, man. I appreciate it. A lot of the information on our YouTube channel comes directly from the work that we do. So I'm a journeyman carpenter. I started my own business in 2007. My two brothers basically joined me at the same time. We've been working together ever since. And so all my information comes from construction and everything that we've learned along the way. It's been pretty hectic running my business this whole time, doing the YouTube channel. And that's why I want to say thanks to you guys, because it does give me some encouragement to just keep going. A lot of times I don't really have time to shoot the videos because it's just so busy. I'm trying to manage my business. I have like 2 really solid crews. We've been doing a lot of awesome work, but that's also how I get my knowledge. And you don't just learn it and know it forever. You got to continually be learning every single day.
Air nailer, air hanger. How the f do you say that? So this is an air nailer for hanger nails. This is an air nailer for hanger nails. This is an air nailer for hanger nails. Now try to figure a way to say that. To air hanger nailer. So this is an air nailer for hanger nails. This is an air nailer for hanger nails. Now, hanger, whatever. Air. So this is an air nailer for hanger nails. How did I end that? How did I start that?
I do want to take a sec to thank my family and my crew. My wife, Chelsea, she's a huge supporter of mine, and she supports the business, the YouTube channel. And a lot of times I'm shooting videos at nighttime, on the weekends, alongside all the work that I already do. And she's at home with our 3 kids, awesome kids, but it's a ton of work. Like, being a mom is tough. So thank you, Chelsea. I appreciate that. You're a huge supporter. And the fans should also thank you, because I wouldn't be able to do this without you. And as for my crew, I want to thank them because they're doing all the heavy lifting. I might do some planning and some coordinating of the projects, but they're doing all the work, and they should get a lot of the credit because they're taking care of all the details. and we have some amazing jobs that we've done. So it's thanks to the crew for that. So we have my brother Matt. He's my little brother, very meticulous. He runs his own crews. His tile work is impeccable. The one mantle that we did was just like so phenomenal. Still my favorite mantle to date. And then just a year ago, we finished a house where Daryl from Qualistat, so if you look him up on Instagram, he's a huge building envelope guy. He came and tested this house, and it was the most airtight house he had tested in the past 10 years. And I think he said like maybe 4,000 homes he's tested for airtightness. So it was a 0.23 air exchange per hour. So I have videos about the details along that. Then I have my brother Rudy. He's my older brother, and when we first started, him and I were building decks together. And we actually just recently shot some deck videos on how to build a deck from scratch. And Rudy was in those videos as well. And if you actually, what's funny is if you go back and look through some of the videos, he was actually my original cameraman. And we didn't even have a tripod. I don't know why, but he would literally hold the camera like all day. His arm was aching. And then there's comments if you read, "Man, I can hear your cameraman breathing in the camera." Yeah, probably because he's getting tired. He's like trying to hold his arm up. So that's Rudy. Then we have Mike. We call him the Swiss Carpenter Bot. Phenomenal work that he's done. We did this place just southwest of where we live, a place called Bowden. The work that he's done there, impeccable, the most complicated house we've ever done, and it just turned out beautifully. We took that house to lock up, and Mike's done a lot of other projects for us too. Can't thank you enough, Mike. Just, yeah, he runs his own crew, journeyman carpenter. Yeah, just phenomenal. Can't say enough good things. We have Luke. Luke is just a brand new journeyman carpenter. He just passed his test the other day. We have Gio and Logan. They're both third-year carpenters. They just passed their second years as well. We have Tyler, who's a journeyman carpenter. He's run some crews and some different jobs for us as well. So we want to thank Tyler for all the work that you've done as well. So yeah, you guys are doing all the heavy lifting. So they should get the credit, and they also allow me a little bit of freedom and time so I can shoot these videos for you guys, the fans. Yeah, so I want to, it's funny, some old footage, some camera work, bad lighting, bad quality, no tripod, I don't know what we were doing, some old spaces that we were shooting videos in. I think it's just kind of cool and funny to go back and reflect on all that and show you guys just some of the clips that we've done over the years. Here's a one that I really like, is somebody pointed out recently, is I was using a flip phone to do calculations in one of the videos. So that, I think, it actually made me laugh out loud, because it's like, oh man, like, it wasn't that long ago, but that's what we had. Like, it worked perfectly fine. So, but technology's come a long way. Before we bring in our first special guest, I do want to start at the beginning, kind of the root of the channel. I have some framing videos and some math and little videos like that, but the drywall videos seem to take root the best. We've had a good focus around the drywall videos. We actually shot this infomercial a while ago, so we got this infomercial that we're going to plug in here because it's going to suit the whole theme of this video. We've had a lot of views and a ton of comments on all our drywall videos. So for anyone who's watched them, thank you. I appreciate all your input.
Do you need to learn how to do drywall yourself? You sick of your husband just coming home, sitting on the couch, drinking beers? He's not attending to his honey-do list? Are you sick of your kids having freakouts, punching holes in the wall and just covering it up with posters and calendars? Let Chad, the drywall pro, save the day. You don't want to end up like this guy. He's making a mess. He doesn't know what he's doing. You'll learn everything you need to know right here. So don't go anywhere else to get your own DIY drywall knowledge and learn from Kody and Chad how to do it properly.
This brings us to our first guest. He doesn't need any introduction, especially if you watched any of our videos. Please welcome Chadwick. Hey Chadwick, how's it going, man? Oh, nice jersey you got going on there.
Yeah, pretty solid year so far.
Good.
Yeah, see your Oilers are doing all right.
Yeah, they're doing pretty good. So Chad's been a busy guy lately for a lot of years. Chad's been on a lot of my videos, and he started right at the beginning with me. But since then, pretty much, what do you have, half a hockey team of kids going on, Chad? Yeah. And he got his boys, so I think that was the end of it. He got a bunch of girls, and he got his boys, so that's good. And, well, I guess one thing before we get into it, I want to talk about some of the comments. You haven't seen too many comments.
Yeah.
But before that, I want to talk about how straight your lines are. Like, I don't know if there's too many comments on that, but I've never seen any taper with the lines as straight as yours, man. Like, it's incredible. I always take photos because it's unreal. So, like, how do you do that?
I just started doing it. People called me slow at first, and I just, the way I was taught, it was the way your application goes on the wall is the most important thing about taping.
Right.
Put your application on evenly and cut all your lines and then do what you do, right? I mean, if everything's even and Steven, it shouldn't be no humps or bumps, right? But yeah.
So you were at a job site the other day, and what was the guy asked? What did he say to you?
Well, he asked me if I ran machines.
Right.
And I said no. It's just for sample. But yeah.
That's pretty cool,
Yeah.
eh? And you know what is funny is we get a ton of comments that say, oh man, like you guys need to run machines, you need to run bazookas and all that. But first of all, most of our videos are there to teach people the concepts. Like, because if you've never picked up a knife or a trowel,
then why would you want to pick up a bazooka?
Oh Jesus,
right? Like, come on.
Right.
Oh,
but and so we have videos on when you were running some pump and flusher.
The pump and the flusher, yeah. And,
So Chad knows how to run the big tools, but why do you still prefer hand taping? Or
I find I get a flatter finish when I do everything by hawk and trowel, right? I find I go into new houses and you look at the texture job and you can see all the slats through your texture.
Right.
Like if the lighting's wrong, I mean, I can get it flatter by hand, right?
Right.
I mean, I fill my bevels, and then when I find if I even choke my box back to a 3, it builds up too much mud, I find.
Right. But you still, when you apply your tapes, you do that with pump and flush.
Yeah.
Because that's I find, at least for me, when I'm applying tapes, not that I do it that often.
Yeah.
That takes, I don't know, 30-40% of the time, and then coating is pretty quick.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, okay. So comments. I'm always so busy. Chad's always busy doing his work and making a living, but we've never really chatted much. I've told you the odd comment that people get. So we have a few little themes going on here. So the first theme is called The Beast. And I think there's a clip when we shot that video at Graham's.
Yeah, I had my t-shirt on.
Yeah, and it said The Beast.
Yeah.
So here's just a few comments. I won't go through them all. This guy, Justin, says, this dude's a beast. Awesome video, brother. True hard worker. And then this guy just says beast mode, right? This dude's a beast. Oh yeah, what's this guy say? William says, Chad is the man. Laugh out loud. It's a pleasure to watch, Chad. You know?
Oh, thanks, guys.
And then Beast Part 2. Mad respect for your skill. Dude's a beast for sure. And the last one here. This guy's a drywall beast. So that's the beast theme. The next theme is the artist. Outstanding. What an artist. Love this guy. Great work. It is an art. You just have to get to this, or you just don't get to this guy's level overnight. Texturing is an art as well, which it is. And as well, you and I both know.
Yeah.
Mudding is, at first you're like, oh, I think I could do this. And it is an art. You have to learn those techniques, and that's why we came up with those first, teaching people how to coat and tape by hand, right? Because it is an art. You have to learn the little techniques. You are an artist. Change my perspective of how to finish drywall. That's a good one. We have 2 pages for the artist. More Chad videos, please. Dude is an artist. Thanks, Adam.
They're on their way.
Then we got the birds. Obviously, you know, the Philly fan.
Yeah.
Just noticed the Eagles t-shirt.
Yeah.
Go Birds.
That's great.
Fly, Eagles, fly. That one's good. Go Birds equals subscriber, so we like that. Thanks, Street Muscle, for that. Good video, respect.
Cool.
This guy's an Eagles and Flyers fan. I'd hire him. Go Eagles, go Flyers, all the way.
Sweet.
And then this guy, Bob. It's annoying how good you are at this. Great work, man. Go Birds, go Flyers, baby. I love that one. Then we have the teacher theme. Chad's a good teacher. This dude should be teaching at trade school. Wish I had half of this guy's talent. Nice work and explanations. There's a whole page here. We had to sift through. I don't even know how many comments we had to sift through. Thousands. Good teacher part 2. Instructions are too clear. Just quit my job and became a professional drywall taper. Right? That was Eric. Incredible teaching style. Chad is the man.
Cool.
Oh yeah, Chad's amazing. Don't mind my reading. The printing is small and I'm getting old. Chad is just amazing. It'll take me ages to achieve his kind of expertise. Kody, thanks for bringing us these amazing videos. You guys make a great team. Kudos. Keep up the good work. So we appreciate that. Bob Ross. So I had to ask Trav, the cameraman,
Yeah.
who's Bob Ross? And once he told me, I was like, oh, that guy, he's awesome.
Yeah.
So here's a Bob Ross scene. Dude makes it look easy, the Bob Ross of drywall. And another one, he's the Bob Ross of drywall. Chad is the Bob Ross of drywall. Laugh out loud. Chad is the Bob Ross of drywall. Oh, and this guy. You're like the Bob Ross of muddy. Someone beer this guy. Then we got some about a machine hero. Dude is a machine. Nice work. This guy's a machine. I need him at my house. These ones, I like these ones because I'm a Star Wars fan. These are the funny compliments. The Mud Jedi is back with the Force. The Mud Master. Dude, you're a monster at this game. Mad respect.
Nice.
Good one.
That's a good one.
I hate this dude's skills. Mad skills, and damn him. This guy's a savage. Makes me not want to mud and tape ever again.
Awesome, guys. Thanks. I am the samurai.
And we got a lot of people talking about the speed and skill that Chad has. I like this one. This guy has 1 speed and 1 skill. Fast and excellent. Something I could do forever is to just aim for your level of achievement and speed. And one more here. This Michael. This dude is so good. It's blowing my mind. And then finally, is there a difference between you and Chad? I think you might be the same person. That was a good one. So, obviously, I'm Kody. This is Chad. We're 2 different people, but we're bringing you, I think, some good videos.
Yeah. Keep bringing you more.
Yeah.
Thanks for the good comments. I love them.
Yes, thank you, everyone. That's why we make this video. We appreciate everyone's comments and everyone just reaching out to us. So, one of my first videos that I made is on a butt joint.
Yeah.
And I knew the theory and I knew how to do it, but at that time I was doing 3 and 4 coats. And since then, not that I've done a lot of taping, but I'm better now, right? But I got a lot of flack and a lot of comments like, oh man, your butt joint's way too wide, you're too slow, like blah, 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 right? So what we're gonna do is, Chad and I, we're gonna have a little competition. I set up our little display, we got 2 butt joints, and we're just gonna have a fun little competition.
Cool.
So let's get at her.
Right on.
All right, the scene is set for the, the scene is set for our competition. Chad, you ready for this?
I'm ready.
All right. Now, if you notice, his hawk is like a ninja star. It's got all the curves in it.
Got a few miles on you.
Look at codes. It's brand new, I'll tell you that. Okay, well, before we get into it, Chad,
I need a little extra energy and mojo, so I gotta try to keep up with you.
Oh, I got
I
just
need-
a thing for you.
Okay, help me out, brother.
A little magic here.
Holy cow! Thanks, Chad. Now I'm ready. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay, go. Marked up my work. What, you cheating? You got 2 trowels going or what? Hey, you got the eye of the tiger. First coat, all clear. Hey?
Beauty.
Hey, not bad, eh?
All right. Good job, man. Looks good.
Yeah, thanks.
Nice and wide. Nice and flat. That's how it's done.
You betcha. Okay, I need my shirt back so we
Alright,
can keep
yeah.
shooting video. Hey, what? Thanks for the Star Wars shirt, buddy.
Jedi. Jedi.
The Jedi's gone. Thanks. But no, seriously, I need my Up To Kode shirt so we can finish this interview.
Oh.
Yeah. Man, boy's got skills. Thanks, man. That was awesome.
Good job, Cody.
Yeah. Okay, so first of all, I do want to say thanks for all the videos we've done together.
Yes.
I appreciate it. It's
Awesome.
it's a good team, I think.
I have fun.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
good. It's a good time. And Chad does all our work too because he is just phenomenal. So I think we did that one series together, but the lighting was bad, the sound was bad, and we
Yeah.
didn't just get the right camera angles. So I think we should do another production. What do you think of that?
I think that's a good
Okay.
idea.
And we'll do it. We'll shoot it in 4K, really good lighting, and we'll get right in there with the action and like because I guess
That was my first time too. I mean, I could do a better job explaining and teaching.
yeah, because a lot of it is
A lot of it is pressures, right? Pressures
Right.
and
where to pressure here.
yeah.
You know, depending on the situation, right? A corner bead or
Yeah.
an angle and
Or an
stuff like
angle,
that.
yeah.
And so we'll do one, and it'll be available to you guys. We'll let you know here in the near future. And so with that, thanks for coming out today, man.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Rock on.
Go Flyers.
Go Flyers.
You can see the
Oh, so I can.
you see the goodness.
Let's take a moment to feature some projects from our viewers. This first one is from Jason from Instagram. He'd actually had some inspiration for drywall and IKEA kitchens. I didn't actually catch the city you're from, Jason, but thanks for sharing those photos with us. It looks great. Thank you. Stefani reached out via email as well, drywall videos, and took some information from some of our IKEA stuff as well. So thank you. I appreciate you sharing those videos, and great work on everyone who's reached out to me in the past. You guys are doing phenomenal work. There's another Jason who sent me some emails as well. And again, drywall videos and IKEA videos. So thanks again for sharing those. And then we have a local guy. We don't have any images of his, but I know it's actually a friend of my oldest brother, Josh. His name's Brian. And he actually reached out to me on Instagram and said, hey, don't forget, I used your videos too for my bathroom reno I did a few years ago. So thanks for reminding me of that, Brian. So that concludes the drywall segment of the show. It was fun having Chad here. Thanks for everyone's comments, and thanks to everyone who sent in pictures of their projects.
The application is easier. So the application is simple. Just the application is simple. The application is, oh damn it.
The El Chapo theme. I don't know where this started, but this El Chapo thing's been going on lately. I see comments pop up all the time. Here's some of the comments that have happened just recently. I'm not sure how to take it, but I don't want to say too much. I don't know what to think about it, but I think it's a compliment, and I think it's awesome. So thanks for the El Chapo theme, guys. Yeah, keep them coming.
Do a little incision and just make sure that the mark gets cut off. Oh, that's Tim.
The IKEA series. This is an awesome series. We have a ton of videos on DIY for IKEA cabinets. At that point in time, I was trying to finish a house, I had other projects on the go, and I didn't know if I should actually commit the time to shoot the video or not. I could have easily just said, hey, I gotta get this kitchen in and done. But instead, I took the time, a couple extra days, and I carefully thought of an outline and I filmed the whole thing. And I'm glad that I did, because a lot of you have had huge benefits from that. So I'm glad and happy that you guys have reached out to me, because these videos have driven more engagement. I've received more direct messages, emails, comments, and photos from this series alone than any other series, whether it was my drywall or even the ICF. And I think that's pretty cool, and that's a big reason why I want to make this video. And I want to take the time to show some projects that people have emailed me lately, because they are phenomenal. And I'm like blown away at some of the photos. So let's jump into that. I have Phil from LinkedIn. Phil actually emailed me quite a while ago. I sifted through a bunch of stuff, found these photos, and amazing job. Looks great. I loved it. I love what you did with the kitchen. So thanks for sharing those, Phil. Here's Jenny from New Brunswick. She reached out and actually mentioned me on Instagram a few times. I've noticed some of the amazing photos that she's posted recently. I asked her to email those so we could include them in the video. Probably some of my favorite pictures I've ever seen. Phenomenal looking kitchen. I love what you did with it. My wife is also, that's kind of her flavor. So I'm blown away at the work that you've done with that. We have Ava from Denver. She resurfaced the cabinetry in the background, and then she did an IKEA island, and apparently we helped her out with that. So thanks for reaching out, Ava, and thanks for sharing those photos. We have Michaela and Brian from Washington. They reached out and mentioned me on Instagram as well, and just most recently, and they shared some pictures with us, and thanks for reaching out, and thanks for sharing those photos. You guys have done amazing work. I've seen some of your posts, and yeah, some of your time-lapse stuff is amazing. And I have Trisha from California. We've actually been communicating back and forth. She's had some questions with the IKEA install, and trying to help her out and give her some guidance there. But I do appreciate the comments. Everyone, I get a lot of emails. I get direct messages, like I said. So feel free to ask me questions. If I don't get back to you right away, just try shooting me an email or a direct message again. But I do appreciate everybody's input. And the more projects we have, the next island that I do, the next kitchen that I do, I'll be sure to add some new videos and try to fill the gaps in any questions that you've had over the last while here. This brings us to the ICF portion of the show. ICF stands for Insulated Concrete Forms. It's something that I'm passionate about. Our whole business and construction is driven toward ICF. when we went to our first Logix course in 2007, as soon as that was over, I realized that that's how all homes should be built. That's how a lot of commercial buildings should be built. It's just a whole different level. What I like most about it is it's multiple steps at one time, better insulation value, better fire, sound, wind rating, and it's monolithic, but like I said, it's all done in one step. So there's so many things and so many advantages about ICF. I haven't even scratched the surface with the videos that I want to produce with this topic. We just need to basically, once we have more projects, then we'll shoot and film more videos regarding ICF. And kind of my thought behind it all is I see a lot of people building what they call like a high-end home. But it's still done with old technology, old conventional construction methods, and they just do high-end finishes. But the way I look at it is a high-end home should have a high-end building envelope, and then after that you can have high-end finishes or not, but it's still a high-end home because it's well built, it's never going to blow down, it's never going to rot, and it's constructed with the best possible way, but also very simple. So I'll keep the preaching down to a minimum here. There's still a lot to learn in this field. I still have a lot to learn in construction in general. We're just going to, as we keep learning, we're just going to keep putting out more content, more information for you guys out there, our audience. One thing that we're looking forward to doing in the near future is a suspended concrete floor. So suspended floor is basically like a parkade where you can have multiple levels. And what the theory behind that is you can increase your usable square footage because you have an attached garage, you drive in, that would be a suspended slab. In our climate, you need frost protection for your foundation. So rather than just having a 4-foot foundation, you go 8 or 9 feet. Now you have a living space below the garage, and it's basically cheap square footage. So that's something that we want to get into. Now that space can be used as a theater room or a cold room or just extra square footage for your house. You can keep the main floor footage smaller and then have quite a bit more down below grade. So it's just ideas, things that we want to film as we go along. I've had a lot of people reach out to me and with questions, and I love the questions, but also people saying, hey, I built an ICF house because of your videos, and man, that makes me feel great. I appreciate that more than you know. Net zero homes are becoming more and more popular, and so is Passive House. We'll shoot some videos in the near future describing the differences, where ICF is placed in amongst those, and you know, we have a lot of learning to do in those fields, but I'm excited about it because it does drive more energy efficiency and basically just more future-minded building concepts. I reached out on social media recently asking folks for comments, but especially photos of your projects that we can share on this video. We've done that already, but upon that on Instagram, Fabform Industries, they sent us this comment, which is awesome. I appreciate that, guys. We're doing as much as we can for the ICF industry that we can. There's a ton of you guys out there that are. I won't be able to mention all of you guys, but Instagram is amazing for a lot of just forward-thinking people, ICF installers, suppliers, everything like that. Our fan feature for the ICF segment is Rianne and Luke from Ontario. You guys have done an amazing job on your own build. Apparently we had some influence, which I feel great about, but I appreciate you sending all the photos, the time lapse that you shared with us, and especially the testimonial. You can read that for yourselves, for your folks at home. So you guys, great job on the house. Thanks for sharing. I really appreciate it. This next ICF project comes to us from Mark from the northern US. He's building a high efficient ICF home with a SIPS panel roof. It'll be off grid. The two ends of the house will be burned on the ends, and he has that earth tube to optionally preheat the air coming into the HRV. So that project looks really cool. I love the beams in there, and thanks for sharing that stuff. Here's a short video that Josh from Lux Windows in Calgary, Alberta sent us.
Hi, I'm Josh Burns, the Business Development Manager for Western Canada at Lux Windows and Glass. Kody and I have been working together for about 2 years now, but it feels like much longer than that. And the reason it does isn't because every experience is filled with headaches, but because his care, attention to detail, and level of experience makes every opportunity working with him a pleasurable one. And that's what makes him and the Up To Kode team such a great resource and partner for Lux Windows. On all the content that he shares with the world on YouTube is huge for us in terms of referrals, but also as a great way and a great resource to share with all of our other customers on the proper way to do things. So it's been a pleasurable experience, and we look forward to many years of successful partnership going forward.
Josh and I have worked together for a year and a half or so, but what I really enjoy about Josh is just great customer service and just a good sense of humor, easy to get along with. He's really great with the clients. And just really enjoyed working with you as well, Josh. So thanks for sending us that video.
See if you can see me, bro. Make sure you don't see that garbage. Oh, God. Hello. I'm still here. Can you see my little mug?
I see a lot of garbage, yeah.
We have one more guest with us today. At first, I wasn't sure if he'd actually fit into the episode or not, but then I began to think, actually, he's an integral part of our success. Not only him, but his wife April as well. Her and I have worked together on construction projects over the last 10 years. Even actually, in fact, we're ripped the roof off of their house and we're renovating it right now as we speak. So not only that, but about 9 or 10 years ago when we renovated their physio clinic, we moved them upstairs, put an elevator into their building, and then the old vacant physio space on the main floor, we actually used that space to shoot some of our original videos from. So a lot of our construction knowledge and experience has come from Keith and April's projects. If I counted out, we've done 6 fairly significant projects with them. 3 were residential, and then 3 were fairly good sized commercial jobs. So without further ado, let's introduce you to Keith Weber. Hey Keith.
Hey Kody.
Thanks for coming in today.
Thank you.
Yeah, have a seat.
Thanks.
So for any of you that don't know Keith, he's a physiotherapist. We actually go and get treated by him all the time. He beats me up and my body feels better because of it. He's an avid kettlebell enthusiast and he's got his own YouTube channel. So Keith, tell the audience, what other connection do we have? What do you and I have? What do we got going on?
Well, a couple months ago, after many months of me harassing Kody about this, Kody finally committed to a little project where we're using kettlebell training to transform his lifestyle. And the beauty of kettlebell training is that it's quick. It basically develops all of the physical parameters that we're after, mobility, weight loss, strength, in a minimal amount of time. So so Kody's jumped on board and he's made some amazing gains. And if you want to check it out on my channel, just look Keith Weber kettlebells. You'll see it there. It's quite interesting. I think we're almost halfway through the process, and
it's been it's actually been awesome, Keith. Like I've learned a lot, but I feel a lot better. And for me, why it works well, because I'm so busy, I got the business and the YouTube channel, is I can fit it in 20 minutes, half an hour, right?
Yeah.
And that's what's perfect, but you're getting the whole body and those gains as well. You're not spending an immense amount of time just trying to lose some weight.
Right.
So, and the rule was no dieting, right? So,
Yeah.
And believe me, it's, I haven't been dieting.
Good.
So anyway, I do want to thank you and April for all the work that you guys have provided over the years. Like, as I started thinking about this, we are connected in so many ways, and I appreciate all the work that you've done. A lot of our experience has because of you guys directly, and then that's just helped my channel out too. So
Right.
I appreciate that.
Well, I think what we appreciate is, we've worked with people in the past before we met you.
Right.
And it was very frustrating, and it was always, no, we can't do that. And when we met you, it was, well, you know what, we could do that, but we could do something even cooler.
Right.
Like that pocket door bathroom that we had in the old house. And
Right.
things like that. They were just so easy to work with you, and it was a real breath of fresh air. So
Sweet.
that's
Okay.
why we've been doing it for 10 years.
Right. Well, and what's cool is we're still working on projects for you guys, And another thing I wanted to note is April, when we were doing that other building, there's actually a photo of her working on Rudy, because Rudy's like, oh, April, my back hurts so bad. So we have a picture of April working on Rudy right on the ground in the construction site. So I wish she could make it here today. It would have been awesome to have her as well.
Yeah.
But we just, it is what it is. So anyway, what's some of your future goals? Like your YouTube channel, obviously you have a good and successful physiotherapy business, but the YouTube channel, what's your goal with that? Where are you taking that?
Well, really what I want to do with that is reach the regular person like yourself, all the way up to, say, the person that wants to use kettlebells for their elite athletic training.
Right.
And share the knowledge that I've gained over the last, I guess, 20 plus years of being in the fitness and the rehab industry.
Right.
And just get as much information out to people that's a little bit unique and maybe comes more from a place of actual life experience,
right.
Combined with science and sort of
right.
the knowledge of the background of everything.
Right.
That people can use at home and, you know, maybe save themselves a trip to the clinic, or certainly not have to spend half their lives in the gym, right?
Well,
So,
that's true.
you know.
That's what I like about what we're doing. So stay tuned for Keith's channel. You'll see me on there a bit more. So the humility really comes into play, which is fun. It's actually kind of cool. But anyway, thanks for coming in, Keith.
Thanks.
And we'll see you at the
thank
gym.
you. Okay.
Perfect. One thing I forgot to mention about Keith is he's been featured on the Joe Rogan podcast a few times. Great work with all the kettlebell stuff you've been doing, Keith. I think it is a huge benefit for everyone out there, and it gets you strong. So that concludes the episode today. Thanks again for everyone who's emailed me, direct messaged me, sent us photos for this video. I hope we do a little bit of justice, just giving back and saying thanks to all the viewers out there. Really appreciate your guys' input.